to you live Saturday night in the NBA. It's the Boston Celtics going up against the Chicago Bulls. And without any further ado, let's head to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew at the arena.
We make it cool to be something.
I'm Kevin Harlan. We've got an action-packed Saturday night of NBA action for you. Thanks for joining us. Here with me tonight, Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. And guys, what are we going to be looking for in this one from Bird?
And he's such a great distributor of the ball. And Kevin, his passes aren't just accurate, they're highlight reel dimes. I mean, when he's operating their offense, it is beautiful to watch.
And you know what, Steve? We also have to talk about his shooting. I mean, the fact that he copes with tight D better than anyone is something to make note of. His percentage stays the same, and if he's wide open, he's automatic.
Take a look at the Bulls. 6th game of the season for them, and when you're 4-1 already, you've got a good feeling about each game.
You know, I think for Chicago, they've got to be a little dissatisfied right now. I mean, they're in pretty good shape, but not up to their normal standards.
Yeah, I agree with that, Clark. I think they were expecting big things this season, and you know, they're okay. They're in decent shape, but I think they'd like to be a little further up in the standings than where they are right now.
Johnson's shot is off. Boston on D, coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
And they made their mark defensively that day. That was what was, I think, most impressive. Really caused a lot of problems in the paint.
Well, they spent a lot of that game in the air and got their hands on a lot of shots.
Oakley, a screen on McCabe. Here's Durbin, and he connects on a jumper. The screen did the trick. Durbin's got the first points of the night for the Bulls. For Chicago, they won their last contest that game against Los Angeles.
Tell you what, the way they shot the ball that game, Kevin, it looked like a shoot-around out there.
It sure did, and all the more impressive because they did it on the road. You're not supposed to be able to get that hot in an opponent's building.
AC passes to Jordan. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
See how he used the rim to protect the ball perfectly from the defender on that reverse.
On defense, Chicago. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Celtics team.
Well, we saw how competitive and entertaining the season series was between these two teams last year. That was fun to watch.
Back to Johnson. Just 4 to shoot. And it's off the back rim. No good.
You can see how much the defense respects him. I mean, they were all over him on that look.
The drive by Jordan. Back to Oakley. Can't hit. Now the Celtics take it the other way. And they match up really well.
Kevin, they really do. Sometimes it comes down to the X factor when these two teams play. And really, it could go either way. They're that evenly matched. I really think that's the area they want to work the ball into, and it takes passing like that to get it done.
Macy against Johnson. Pass to Gervin. There's the feed to Oakley. Banked in off the glass. Oakley's got his first bucket of the night.
Very high quality shot. Can't get enough of those.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Thanks, Kevin. Doug Collins and I chatted for just a bit. Coach had nothing but praise for his players, saying they played as well as I've ever seen them play. Everyone is making the right decisions, and honestly, they're playing so well, they don't even need a coach right now. That's an interesting sentiment, guys.
All right, Doris.
Man, excellent interior defense there. Good rotations.
No doubt about it, Steve. He's a real presence inside. Takes up a lot of space.
A nice shot by Jordan.
That's just run-of-the-mill for him. A typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Yeah, the defender draped all over him.
Pretty plain and simple. Got him good there.
The Celtics shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight. The first one falls. And McHale drops them both. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Johnson against Mason. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Pretty good performance from the free throw line last season. He was about 84% from the line.
Yeah, you know, that was one spot where they didn't have to worry about him at all. I mean, at the free throw line, he was automatic.
And the first one at the line is good. And both free throws good for Mason. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Johnson kicks to McHale. Johnson. And there's the pass to McHale. And he can't bank that one in. Chicago leading by 4. Macy with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. The drive by Jordan, and that one's good. Jordan's got 6.
They've worked hard and created great chances for themselves in this opening quarter.
Well, if they can match that effort at the defensive end, look out.
So the Celtics call timeout. They're first.
Well, he's watching his club miss a lot of shots that they normally make, and that has to be frustrating. So I think he's going to call this timeout just to try to see if they can be more aggressive, get them to the free throw line maybe.
Sometimes that's the best solution for them, but ultimately I think they'll be able to shoot themselves out of this slump. But in the meantime, maybe getting to the free throw line will help.
Celtics trail by 6. Number 30, guarded by Jordan on the wing. Bird. Six on the shot clock. Dennis Johnson on the wing. And there's the whistle. Foul hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
You know, he's kind of a slippery defender. I think that's the best way to describe him. He's a guy who has a knack to stay in front of the ball handler. He avoids picks. And it's not just strength. It's sort of savvy and guile. He just finds a way to get it done.
And he is also a very savvy on-the-ball defender. He'll turn a crossover into a turnover if you try it against him.
Walton's checked in for Boston. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Chicago leading by 5. The drive by Jordan. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net. The Celtics have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Johnson kicks to McHale. McHale right side, and that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
Well, we've got a moment to look back at last year's Bulls. Second in three-point field goal percentage. Third in rebounding. And they were ranked number 3 in free throw shooting. A number of outstanding free throw shooters on this team.
And how about the spacing that we saw from this team last year, Clark? You mentioned the three-point shooting in the top 5 in terms of field goal percentage from long range. And I think it was a direct result of great unselfish play. And it helps when you can employ that inside-out game. You know, attack a team in the paint and then kick it out for that three-point shot.
Jones checked in for Kevin McHale. 6 to shoot. Number 7. Boston, no good that time either.
Well, I like the defense there. Right up in his grill, didn't give him a chance.
Jordan the pass to Macy. Just his first attempt. The rebound by the Celtics. Number 30, guarded by Jordan. And Williams, here we go. Passes it to Walton. The Celtics working the ball around now. Takes the 12-footer and hits.
I like the way they're working the ball inside, because when you do that, you get higher percentage shots, and typically good things happen.
And Macy kicks to Jordan. And Jones pulls it down.
Well, that's a warm-up jumper there. I mean, when you're a pro, you can't make excuses for missing that one.
Number 30, guarded by Woolridge. We've got 1:55 left in the first. And that one's good. And that's 10 points for Michael Jordan.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Number 30, guarded by Jordan. Jordan with the block. And here is Macy. 9-point game his last outing. That's good. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Chicago.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And we're also seeing a lot of fast break groups, so this team doing a nice job getting easy points.
And we've got a moment now to look at the highest scoring teams in the NBA from last season. Number 5, the Bulls.
This was one of the better scoring teams last year. They had a lot of different offensive weapons to choose from, and they knew exactly how to use them most effectively.
Boston making a switch here. Here's Williams. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Pass to Wedman. Back to Williams. He feeds it to Walton. From 10 feet out. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Walton's got his first points of the night. The Bulls leading by 7. Outside, Woolridge. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
You always want a player to have his head up and to be surveying the court, but not if that's going to be the result.
Here's Williams. He dishes it to Roberts. Feeds it to Walton. The jump hook, and too long on the shot.
And very quickly here in the first quarter, pronounced advantage for them on the glass.
Yeah, that's a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well.
Daly, he's guarded by Williams. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. And the Bulls making a change here. 19 seconds left to play here in the first. Stolen by Woolridge. Jumps up. The fast break ends at the rim of the jam.
Oh boy, nice one-man fast break on that one.
It sure was a stylish finish to cap it off, too.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Bulls lead by 9. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break.
The NBA season gains momentum. The Utah Jazz hit the road for a duel with the Los Angeles Clippers next Tuesday, 10:30 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 Pacific.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. Looking at what we've seen from the Bulls, what do you guys think?
A lot of hard work being put in on the glass. This is a very physical team. They're doing a nice job in the paint.
Yeah, and I think they're doing a good job gang rebounding too, Steve. Everybody's boxing out down there.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for Boston, we've got Williams. Wedman is out there with Walton. And it's Roberts in at the four-man position. Off target there, that would have pushed the lead to double digits. Celtics trail by 9. Here's McCoo. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Now you can see why the defense is willing to let him take that shot. That's really not his range.
Here's Banks. And it's rebounded by Bill Walton. Walton's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Here's McCoo. The shot misses. Nice steam from Woolridge. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
And, you know, if you're on defense and you're going to foul, make sure it's a good one. They did, preventing the and one.
The Celtics shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And he can't get the first one. And the Celtics making a change here. Bird's checked in. He hits the second from the line. Chicago leading by 8. Now Paxson. Floats one. Back to Woolridge. Shot clock at 6. Number 33. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
Heard the whistle and still kept his focus, able to knock that down.
And that is not easy, Steve. I mean, to take the bump, to maintain control of your body, and put it in the hole, tremendous play.
And the Celtics making a change here. Parrish is checked in. Celtics trail by 11. Back to Williams. The Celtics working the ball around now. Bird kicks to Williams. Bird outside. Clock at 6. Gets it to go. And here are the Bulls now. That's game 1 of a 3-game road trip. Number 33, defended by Parrish. Can't hit the turnaround jumper. For Boston, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Bird with it. Now guarded by Banks. Outside Williams. Williams gets a screen from Roberts. Shot clock at 5. Let's go. Money from the wing.
Not what they drew up, but they'll take the 2 points.
Chicago leading by 7. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Paxson with the ball. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Clock is at 3. Here's Banks. And again, Chicago. No good. And Bird, here we go. It's rebounded by Banks.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Celtics trail by 7. Williams passes to Wegman. Parrish. And that one's good. Parrish has got 6.
Good job there, recognizing the mismatch and then just going straight up with the shot. He's got a major height advantage.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
Yeah, he is none too pleased with the play of his club out there, and looks like they need a little time to get things sorted out here.
I don't know if any coaches would be too happy if they just saw their team give up a run like this one. Well, let's take a look at where Boston ended up, Kevin, last year in the league ranking. 1st in blocks, 5th in assists, and they showed up in the top 5 in three-point percentage. That's elite level when you talk about knocking down threes.
And the thing that really jumps out at me when you talk about all those stats, Clark, is the blocks, because number 1 in the league, obviously really protecting the paint. They had good length, a lot of depth, and the overall team defense, the rotations were really solid because we saw players across their roster blocking shots.
Forget about finesse and agility. This big fella is all about power and force.
And the Celtics making a change here. Bulls have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
Well, you look back at a season ago, this is a club that made 78% of its shots from the free throw line, so very comfortable with that strike.
And, you know, that just added to their confidence at the offensive end. I mean, knowing that free throw shooting was something they didn't have to worry about gave them a lot of confidence to play freely.
Bird can't get that one to fall. Chicago leading by 8. Paxson kicks to Woolridge. And he uses the glass on the layup. Woolridge has got 5 points in the quarter.
The defense left him just a little window to get through, and he just ducked in for the layup. Terrific job.
Kicks it to Parrish. He's against Oakley. Back to Johnson. Bird outside. Now the dish to Walton. Fades away. Chicago grabs the miss. Outside, Woolridge. He passes to Paxson. Trying his luck deep. Larry Bird grabs the miss. Celtics trail by 10. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. And it's the Bulls with the ball. They've led by as many as 11 points. Back to Woolridge. Again, Chicago.
And he's shaking off a poor first quarter shooting effort. He's really starting to turn it on now, guys.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
Well, he's watching his club miss a lot of shots that they normally make, and that has to be frustrating. So I think he's going to call this timeout just to try to see if they can be more aggressive, get them to the free throw line.
Sometimes that's the best solution for them, but ultimately I think they'll be able to shoot themselves out of this slump. But in the meantime, maybe getting to the free throw line will help.
Gervin's checked in for Woolridge. Johnson up top, guarded by Paxson. And the shot is good from Johnson.
And he's starting to pick things up here after a tough first quarter.
The Bulls leading by 8. And here's Paxson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Here's Gervin. The shot will not go. Now the Celtics take it the other way. Johnson kicks to Bird. 16 feet away. It's rebounded by Paxson.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Number 5, Bird cover. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. 6 on the shot clock. Fires from 14. Rebounded by the Celtics.
You have to get a hand into his face because that's his range right there.
Lays it up and banks it in. Bird's got his second basket.
He got a little room at the rim and laid it in. Great play.
1:21 left to play here in the half. Pass to Paxson. Gervin up top. Pulls up. High post. Gets the bucket. And the Bulls lead by 8. There's a minute left in the first half of basketball. Now here's Johnson. He picked up 12 points in their last win against the Rockets in Houston.
And defensively, I mean, he was all over the court, forcing turnovers, putting a ton of pressure on the ball.
Bird. Gervin pulls it in.
This has not at all been the kind of performance they've needed out of him.
Tries again. Shot's good by Oakley.
He's a grinder. Love what he does under the offensive boards, really bringing energy and life to his team.
There's 18 seconds left in the first half of the game. 6 to shoot. Johnson attacking. Parrish. Great positioning on the putback. Parrish has got 4 points in the quarter.
Excellent timing on that tip in. That's something that makes him so good. I mean, just great timing in the air around the basket. A gift.
Gervin. And no good trying to get that one. And that concludes the first half. It's Chicago leading by 8. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily.
Now, presented by Sprint.
The weekend is in full swing on a Saturday night. Glad to have you along with us. Chicago with the lead against Boston. They're off to a hot start this season. They'd like to continue that hot streak in this game. The game's top scorer, Michael Jordan. No secret he can carry the team with his offense. And the Celtics still keeping at it. Hard to find a lot to like about their performance so far. They'll need to pay much better attention in the second half to the details. The details. A difficult first half for Larry Bird. His shot has been hitting everything but the net. He just hasn't found the mark. Now let's check out the other games still in progress. The Charlotte Hornets are trailing the Pacers out in Indianapolis. A lot of ground to make up for them and not a lot of game left. And another one also in progress.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. We've seen Michael Jordan really having a great game.
Yeah, he played a very mature first half offensively, just finding gaps and making good decisions, getting into the defense and knocking down shots.
Well, the way he played that first half, that's exactly what we're talking about when we say offensive efficiency.
We got Charles Oakley. Macy is out there with Michael Jordan. Then there's Gervin. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Well, I'm impressed with the determination he showed right there, getting himself in a good position under the glass. Did his work early there.
Yeah, with the presence of mind, know just where the rebound was going to go to.
And then the nifty touch to tip it in. That was beautiful.
Here's Bird. Again, the miss by Bird. Chicago leading by 10. Here's Mason. He kicks it to Jordan. And the pass to Macy. This is to Oakley. Releases. Excellent D there from Parrish. Celtics trail by 10. From 10 feet out, number 30. Goes up again. He lays it in.
Maybe with that, the lid on this basket will be lifted for him.
It's stolen by McHale. The feed now to Johnson. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. McHale dishes to Bird. They grab their own miss, and the basket good. McHale's got 6 points.
Did you see the defense get caught standing around that time, giving up an easy second chance bucket?
Simply need more of an effort on the boards there, Steve.
Chicago calls timeout.
Yeah, and guys, I think he feels like he can make a few improvements during this timeout. Just kind of make a couple of adjustments, get his club back on track.
You know, coaches are always tweaking and tinkering with things mid-game. Actually, sometimes they overdo it.
Oakley against Parrish. Number 5. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. And the Bulls lead by 8.
Textbook right there. Nice pass, great catch, beautiful finish.
Number 30, guarded by Jordan, and stolen by Jordan.
Oh, that was awesome.
Look out below.
Yeah, Kevin, he's one of the great crowd pleasers in the NBA. I mean, home or visiting, it seems like no matter what arena he's in, the fans just can't wait to see him do his thing.
And what I love about watching him play, Steve, is his terrific agility and body control. Even with the multiple defenders closing in, he contorts his body at angles that really give him a chance to make shots from weird positions all the time.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Johnson against Macy. Backing down is Oakley. Passes it to Macy. Shot clock at 6. It's Gervin on the wing. 18 feet out. That's blocked by Bird. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Jones checked in for Robert Parrish. Celtics trail by 8. Johnson outside. Back to McHale. Up and in from the low block. McHale's got 6 points in the quarter. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Macy against Johnson. And Macy kicks to Jordan. Clock at 4. No luck. And it's Boston the other way. Dennis Johnson on the wing. Defended by Macy. Pass to Jones. And it's Chicago with the rebound. They've led by as many as 11 points. It's Gervin on the wing. Back to Jordan. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And Macy kicks to Jordan. Right side, Jordan. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
How about Michael Jordan in this one? He has 12 points and also a block shot.
For Chicago, they have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts. Free throw good, Jordan. And the Celtics making a change here. And so Jordan nails both of them.
Boy, his free throw shooting, just another reason he's such a good all-around player.
Johnson goes in. That one goes. Count it. Johnson's got 7 points in the game. Here's Mason. Number 5, defended by Jones. Gervin outside. He feeds it to Jordan. And that one's good. Celtics trail by 8. Johnson outside. He dishes it to Jones. That's good. Jones has got his first basket of the night. For Chicago, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Screen by Corzine. Outside Jordan. Gervin up top. Back to Jordan. Just 5 on the clock. And that's collected by Bill Walton. Walton's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Johnson attacking. Oh, what a great finish as he gets bumped on his way up. He'll go to the line and try to tack on another.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
The Celtics shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Robert Parrish is checked in for Walton. And Larry Bird sub for Jones. And the free throw, no good.
Rebounds are split just about down the middle in this game, Clark.
I'd venture to guess whichever team is able to maintain that energy level on the glass will have the upper hand the rest of the way.
Parrish against Oakley. Parrish, the pass to Johnson. Johnson left side. Defended by Macy. Pulls it from the elbow. The putback, and it's Parrish with the jam.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Well, their energy is lacking. They've got to start playing harder and battle down in the paint.
Right side. And again, Chicago. No good.
Well, his shot's been off today, no question. He's not the guy they're going to look to keep this league winning.
Here's to Macy, and taken away by Johnson. One of mine lost the play in the third. Feeds it to Parrish. Rockets it. And Bird wrecks him in. Fade away. Bird's got 8.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas. He drained those.
And Macy gets you open. He passes it to Macy. Trying to get back on track. So the whistle blows on the shot. And 2 free throws for the contest right there. The Bulls use their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. Celtics. Williams comes in for Dennis Johnson. Well, free throws good from Owen.
Can you believe the job they're doing with foul line since halftime? I mean, they've been perfect so far.
Yeah, sometimes it's contagious. Everybody starts to get comfortable and relaxed, and everything goes in the groove.
Parrish has got 4 points this quarter.
You gotta love a big bucket in the paint and this sort of grinding out physical game.
Yeah, that was your game, Mark. On the inside, take the ball right to the
That's what I tried to do, man. I knew my limitations.
Here's Jordan. No good from 18. Third quarter, good throws, and Savannah brings it to the top. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. We'll be back to what's been a hard fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. The Celtics shooting 44% from the field. Not bad at all. On the court for the Celtics, you've got Bird. Parrish is out there with Kevin McHale, Van and Williams. Kicks it to McHale. Poke loose. Reach for it. And it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. And here's the Chicago Bulls schedule's looking like. And that one will start out a 3-game road trip for the team.
I think a lot of people will be paying close attention to that Boston game, guys.
And Bird, here we go. On the clock. By Griffin. With the 2 drop. And it's Bird missing.
Had a pretty good look at the basket, but defensively they did a nice job rotating and forcing the miss.
Now Macy gets hit, but not away now. And that one's good.
You guys, he's a player who is very hard to cool down once he gets home. He's streaks. It really go on for a long time.
Yeah, you can see his confidence just spike when he gets into one of those special groove, Steve. He starts asking for the ball more and more. It's fun to watch him get on the roll like that. That's what they're hanging their hat on today, fellas. Hard-nosed, smash-mouth play down the low block. To me, that's the key to any game. Who can win the battle in the paint? And right now, they've got it going.
Inside leader and blocked. Here's Jordan. Jordan can't get that one to fall. And here's Mark. Williams does the work. Rejected by Irvin. Here's Macy. Feeds to Jordan. Off with the layup.
If they can hit every possession with that shot, maybe 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
I love it when a player like this shakes off a poor first half and comes back strong like he has, showing a lot of confidence in his game.
Chicago calls timeout.
Thank you, Kevin. I got a chance to hear what Doug Collins was saying to the team. He laid out the X's and O's and told them we're still alive, guys, and you just got to work together, trust each other, and play our sides off. Kevin, we'll see if they've got enough in the tank to get over the top.
Dennis Johnson checked in from Boston. We'll play about 2 minutes in now. Oakley passes to Macy. Jordan up top. 6 to shoot. And 2 free throws coming up. Now, this is that one. Drawing the whistle. A lot of contact. Let's take them up here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for Boston.
They've been the aggressors, and they've been tougher in the paint all game.
They've also done a lot of good work in the post tonight. That's certainly been an advantage as well.
Free throw good, Jordan. And so from the line. Here's Johnson. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2 minutes gone. That shot wide open. Bird's got 6 here in this fourth quarter.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, not undervalued.
Michael Jordan gets a go. Jordan's got one. Here's Johnson. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Number 30, brought by Jordan. This to Burke. Working with the steal. 17-foot shot on the way. And the Bulls lead by 2. Regular action numbers here. They'll also set that to the Bulls.
Their high-end defensive effort has paid off for them, guys. More than a few seasons over the course of the ball.
And they're also really getting out in transition and scoring some moves in the fast break team.
McHale misses.
Draftee on the inside.
Up the low block, construction barrel right there. That's what he brings defensively.
Jordan with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. 5 on the clock. And taken away by Johnson. Johnson on the side. Number 30.
Pure hustle on that play. That's what it takes on the offensive board. It's not about ability as much as it is desire.
And then Clark Larson up, and he showed us he's got one in that with the huge dunk.
Well, in a tight game, they can use a few more of those hustle plays going forward if they're going to win.
And Macy's to Michael Jordan up the way. Here's Oakley. And Boston with the rebound. McHale's got the 4 rebounds in this game. Looking ahead, they've got the chance to sign down for the next game. That'll be the first 2 straight. Johnson inside. 6 on the shot clock. He takes it to Bird. Bird's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Definitely doing his part because he's made his share of clutch buckets here in the fourth.
He's to Jordan.
He's definitely rolling offense. Might not get a stop now, but you gotta find a way to contain.
Boston ends on 5 for 9 from the field of the final quarter so far. Now the pass to Bird. Bird dishes to the and he slams it one-handed.
You know, he may lack breaks, but his rim makes up for it. He can still throw it down.
Well, you don't have to be a fantastic leaper right where he is.
Well, it's too bad because with a little more athleticism, can you imagine how they should be able to make the boards?
And Macy needs to go for it. 5 to shoot. Launches it. Rebounded by Rahir. McHale's got to be done number 5 here tonight. On the wing. From the baseline. They get it back. They try out to Johnson. And his offensive struggles continue.
Looked like he rushed that one. The defense was out of position. He's wide open. Just couldn't take advantage.
Jordan with the guard now by Larry. Johnson gets Jordan. Back to Jordan. He uses McNeil. And he did it well from that shot. And tested it. And then got back straight to the glass. Johnson with it. This is a good. Here's the three. And it's I gotta go back to simple rebound into a high point. He's getting a job done. Now I'm trying to call my Boston. Let's score. Not at 58. 106 to the fourth quarter. Shots in the fourth quarter. Hook the way and scored by Jordan. And Macy to take the lead. The Bulls is on the field. This quarter is awfully rough. It seems like the chances he's got is pretty much uncovered. So just about 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. Back to Johnson. Right side. And it's going to be out of that. The goals will take it.
Huge over there and at a bad time, too. You have to value every possession.
The Bulls shoot into the 45%. On the space.
That's a low percentage shot right there.
Yeah, sure. I mean, he's got to be thinking out there a little bit. Make good passes in that situation. Don't force action.
3-second difference between shot clock and game. Johnson outside.
He never gives up on those shots. It feels like everyone is in that tip and they don't know.
Nice ball here. Bulls decide to turn over. It's done at 16. 1 second left of the fourth. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. We've got overtime action now, folks. Mark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, Doris Burke on the sideline. This is Kevin Hart. Our team has been ready to go to overtime basketball here. Brought to us by Gatorade. Check out his on the floor for Boston. Bird out there with Kevin McHale. Then it's Parrish. 6 to shoot. And then he's got to work it. Jordan is not the first one. Here in the overtime period of the ball. Boston clear. Number 30, guarded by Jordan. This ball over by Boston. And here is Williams. Bird outside. They set it. Rebound by the Bulls. Oakley's got 14 yet. 14 rebounds for the team.
See, that fast break was really good job getting started and a better job finishing it off.
Replay just over a minute OT. They can use a big shot here to get this offense going.
It was good, Kevin. I mean, we need to get trips. They need to.
Number 30, guarded by Jordan. Number 30. And that's collected by Messi. The ball is leading on the floor. The drive by Jordan. Good. Jordan has 30 points.
This was the offensive end has been phenomenal. Easy number 1 there.
Williams gets him a good. Backing him down. That is good off the rim and in. Overtime and full swing here. 2 minutes off the clock. They see this at the judgment. Excellent. Celtics trail by 4. Outside Williams. McKay. Scored by Williams. Williams gets it to Burger. Clock at 6. Here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into overtime.
That's another assist for a team that is playing. I'm sure they all ball mentality. Shotguns in there, forcing it, moving it side to side, working to get a good shot.
You've got the advantage there off the pick. It's right in here.
Boy, that was a rugged reset there, fellas. And the defense, they need to try to go through that.
The feet go right. It's going to be a 2 free throw. 2 contact on the shot.
Taking out the game, Charles Oakley's had 14 rebounds. He was able to come up with 1 steal, too. He's defending very well hard. He's disrupting the offense. Playing the passing lanes, trying to put as much pressure on as possible.
And he misses the first one. He needed that one to fall. And he ends up missing both free throws. Boston shoots 47%, 37. That's good Williams. He feeds it to McHale. 17-foot shot on the way. Misses off the line. And the intentional foul right there. Free throw is good, and that hits the net by foul. So chance to go. It's a 6-point ball game.
Well, four shots put through that. That's more in the practice. It's going to be tough to continue to compete. It's not all over the place. Good defense, but better offense.
Just under 3.5 minutes played. The end of the period here. I think we'll see that burn the watch a bit here.
No, I think that's probably the smart move. Alligator on that. After doing a nice job,
Time ball here. The Celtics decide on top of the room. They trail it by 3. 23 seconds left to play in 0-2. And that'll continue to be big guys. Down from the lead.
I'm not sure about this situation. I think they should look pretty easy. I mean, try to tie this thing up. You got 3-point shooters, but let it fly.
And here's Perry.
A 3-pointer here. I have this another overtime here.
Here's Bird. It's hauled in by Mason. And they got the clock. And it's going to look at the intentional foul.
Smart foul a little bit to try to extend that game. It's still close, but they're fighting that clock as much as the score right now.
So the first one drops, and that includes his lead the second. And so he drops him low. It's a 7-point game.
It's going to be a tough loss to swallow. We got the overtime.
And so Chicago winning this one. And it makes a victory in overtime after decided in regulation.
I'm trying to perfect every aspect of play.